al-Bukhari 416. Narrated Abu Hurairah. Prophet said, if any one of you stands for prayer, he should not spit in front of him because in prayer he is speaking in private to Allah, and he should not spit on his right as there is an angel, but he can spit either on his left or under his left foot and bury it, i.e. expectoration. Sahih al-Bukhari 417. Narrated Anas. The Prophet saw expectoration on the wall of the mosque, in the direction of the Qibla, and scraped it off with his hand. It seemed that he disliked it, and the sign of disgust was apparent from his face. He said, if any one of you stands for the prayer, he is speaking in private to his Lord, or his Lord is between him and his Qibla, therefore he should not spit towards his Qibla, but he could spit either on his left or under his foot. Then he took the corner of his sheet and spat in it, folded it, and said, or do this. Sahih al-Bukhari 418. Narrated Abu Hurairah. Allah's Messenger said, do you consider or see that my face is towards the Qibla? By Allah, neither your submissiveness nor your bowing is hidden from me, surely I see you from my back. Sahih al-Bukhari 419. Narrated Anas bin Malik. The Prophet led us in a prayer and then got up on the pulpit and said, in your prayer and bowing, I certainly see you from my back as I see you, while looking at you. Sahih al-Bukhari 420. Narrated Abdullah bin Umar. Allah's Messenger ordered for a horse race. The trained horses were to run from a place called Al-Hafiyah to Thaniyat al-Wada, and the horses which were not trained were to run from Al-Thaniyah to the Masjid, Mosque of Bani Zurayq. The sub-narrator added, Ibn Umar was one of those who took part in the race. Sahih al-Bukhari 421. Narrated Anas. Some goods came to Allah's Messenger from Bahrain. The Prophet ordered the people to spread them in the mosque. It was the biggest amount of goods Allah's Messenger had ever received. He left for prayer and did not even look at it. After finishing the prayer, he sat by those goods and gave from those to everybody he saw. Al-Abbas came to him and said, O Allah's Messenger, give me something too, because I gave ransom for myself and Akil. Allah's Messenger told him to take. So he stuffed his garment with it and tried to carry it away, but he failed to do so. He said, O Allah's Messenger, order someone to help me in lifting it. The Prophet refused. He then said to the Prophet, will you please help me to lift it? Allah's Messenger refused. Then Al-Abbas threw some of it and tried to lift it, but failed. He again said, O Allah's Messenger, order someone to help me to lift it. He refused. Al-Abbas then said to the Prophet, will you please help me to lift it? He again refused. Then Al-Abbas threw some of it, and lifted it on his shoulders and went away. Allah's Messenger kept on watching him till he disappeared from his sight and was astonished at his greediness. Allah's Messenger did not get up till the last coin was distributed. Sahih al-Bukhari 422. Narrated Anas. I found the Prophet in the mosque along with some people. He said to me, did Abu Talha send you? I said, yes. He said, for a meal? I said, yes. Then he said to his companions, get up. They sat up and I was ahead of them. Sahih al-Bukhari 423. Narrated Sahl bin Sa'di. A man said, O Allah's Messenger, if a man finds another man with his wife, committing adultery, should the husband kill him? Later on I saw them, the man and his wife, doing li'an in the mosque, taking oaths, one accusing, and the other denying adultery. Sahih al-Bukhari 424. Narrated Itban bin Malik. The Prophet came to my house and said, where do you like me to pray? I pointed to a place. The Prophet then said, Allahu Akbar, and we aligned behind him and he offered a 2-rakat prayer. Sahih al-Bukhari 425. Narrated Itban bin Malik, who was one of the companions of Allah's Messenger, and one of the Ansars who took part in the Battle of Badr. I came to Allah's Messenger, and said, O Allah's Messenger, I have weak eyesight and I lead my people in prayers. When it rains the water flows in the valley between me and my people, so I cannot go to their mosque to lead them in prayer. O Allah's Messenger, I wish you would come to my house and pray in it so that I could take that place as a musalla. Allah's messenger said, Allah willing, I will do so. Next day after the sun rose high, Allah's messenger, and Abu Bakr came and Allah's messenger, asked for permission to enter. I gave him permission and he did not sit on entering the house but said to me, where do you like me to pray? I pointed to a place in my house. So Allah's messenger stood there and said, Allahu Akbar, and we all got up and aligned behind him and offered a 2-rakat prayer and ended it with taslim. We requested him to stay for a meal called kazira which we had prepared for him. Many members of our family gathered in the house and one of them said, where is Malik bin al-Dukayshan or Ibn al-Dukshan? One of them replied, he is a hypocrite and does not love Allah and His Apostle. Hearing that, Allah's messenger said, do not say so. Haven't you seen that he said, none has the right to be worshipped but Allah for Allah's sake only? He said, Allah and His Apostle know better. We have seen him helping and advising hypocrites. Allah's messenger said, Allah has forbidden hell, fire for those who say, none has the right to be worshipped but Allah for Allah's sake only.